We are always taught, especially when we study history, and that is to be on the right side. If we look at the Jewish Holocaust and all the horrors that has happened in human history, and those evil that has taken place, yet those looking back always remind us to be on the right side of history, the right side of truth. Which brings me quite beautifully to my subject. What is the right side? Today, if you want to attract a large audience, you tell them things that are not going to offend anyone. In fact, if you want to guarantee not to be attacked by the media, if you want a guarantee that the whole world will love you, just tell people things that are not going to offend them. In other words, don't tell them biological truths. Don't tell them historical truths or divine truths, because in the minds of the liberal agenda, these are nothing more than generic. Okay? These are relative. There's no such thing as absolute. So when Christ says that I am the way, the truth, and the life, that is regarded to be offensive, because maybe the Muslims don't like it, the Hindus don't like it, the gays don't like it. So therefore, how do you cope in a world of this level of darkness and deception? How do you remain on the right side of history, God's history, God's truth? Jesus says in the last days, will I find faith? Will I find people who are going to remain at the right side of God's truth? And he says that narrow is the way that lead to life, and few, he didn't say loads, mega millions, thousands of millions, he said few. These are not my words, this is what Jesus said. Few there be that find it. In other words, maybe 85% of people are going to hell. 85, I'm not talking about, those who are sinners. I'm talking about Christians who follow false prophets and false teachers, and knowing that these people are false, but because they like to have their ears tickled, they rather remain blind and oblivious to the way these people are twisting biblical truths for monetary, material gain. Being at the right side of God's history. What's interesting is that today, if you want to be on the right side of history, you have to adapt to the New World Order. You cannot preach the gospel as it is written, or interpret the Bible as it is written. Hence why John MacArthur, along with other controversial pastors like Gino Jennings, they are hated by the media. if you look at pastors who are hated by the media, you guarantee they are standing on biblical truths. And those who are loved, I call themselves pastors, they're not pastors, okay? Those who preach motivational speaking, right? Empower yourself, spiritual rejuvenation, a new age Christianity. Don't judge whatsoever. Do what was it? The satanic philosophy. Do as thou wilt, and all according to your own conscience. If it works for you, it works for you. As T.D.Jakes says, God will bless you in your lane. In your lane. Meaning, no matter what sinful life you're living, stay true to your sins. Stay true to your vile nature, and God will still bless you. There is no other interpretation when T.D. Jakes says, God will bless you in your lane. What exactly does he mean by that? What he's saying is, if you're into prosperity preaching, stick with it. And by the way, it's not God blessing him, it's the suckers that are pouring their money at him and buying his CDs and music. They're the ones who are blessing him, not God. However, if you look at Christian history, the church have always attracted false prophets. This is nothing new. And when the genuine ones came, they were killed. So even from the outset, people didn't want the truth. You gave them the truth and they kill you. How do you stay on the right side of history and not go on the wrong side? Well, if you look at John MacArthur, what's interesting is that when he preaches it hot and heavy, he doesn't believe in diluting the scriptures. Social media, they can't wait to attack him. They can't wait. Why? Because he's interpreting the Bible as it is. He's not sugarcoating it. When he attacked Joel Osteen for his fake teachings and his new age Christianity, and the world didn't like it. What concerns me is that it's like Christianity is like it's like a company business, selling products, and the genuine healthy products they get rid of, the genuine healthy products, and they start promoting the junk that they knows that kills people. Get rid of the genuine wholesome healthy products, meaning the gospel. Get rid of it, throw it to one side, and then you start promoting the McDonald's, start promoting junk food, junk spirituality. And these are what people want. They don't want to think. They don't want to reason. Hence why this 1,000 different genders. And people sit there having a drink like I'm going to have a drink. People sit there having a drink when there's 1,000 different genders. There's no such thing as male or female. And the church has brought into this new world order satanic nonsense. But you've got intelligent people, lawyers and judges who will sit there and they agree with it. Staying on the right side of history. Do you remember the emperor had no clothes on? The world's going to madness. And nobody will stand up because they're scared they'll be accused of hate crimes. The emperor was walking around naked, and he took a child an innocent child to say, you fools, can't you see the emperor's sausage is hanging out? Can't you see he's got no clothes on? He's walking around thinking he's got some silk clothes on him. And the people were hypnotized. Look at the emperor's nice clothes. And his sausage was dangling. And he took an innocent child to say that emperor's naked. You're all hypnotized. And what's interesting, suddenly people start to wake up. Wow, the emperor's naked, the emperor's naked. And the emperor had to run in, realize he was a fool. He was taken in by the New World Order deception. And it's interesting that with all the fake biology, fake physics, fake science that are fake to us, and the church has brought into it. Oh, Jesus was about love. So what they mean is, don't have critical judgment on anything. No matter the satanic delusion, just accept it and call it love. No matter how delusional it is, just call it love. Call it love, the love vibration. Just accept him, the God consciousness, the Jesus consciousness. This is the way the world is. The emperor has no clothes on. And people still walking, lawyers and judges and accountants and teachers were standing there. Oh, does the emperor look nice? They were brainwashed. It took an innocent child to wake up the dumb masses. An innocent child to say, look, the emperor's sausage is dangling. And then suddenly people woke up from their spell. The world is under a spell. And we need to wake up and stay on the right side of history. Or we're going to end up saying, Lord, Lord, did we not do miracles in your name? And he will say, deny from me, ye that work iniquity. I never knew you. Depart from me. The world is now in a strange delusional state. There's no such thing as reality. There's no such thing as male or female. You could be whatever you want to be. And the pastors, the New World Order pastors, are jumping on a bandwagon. They just want to get paid. And they don't care how freaky the world become. You can guarantee some pastor will be pushing this freaky agenda. They don't care as long as you give them money. Love is love. Jesus said love. And that's how they'll bring witchcraft, occultism, demonology in the church in the name of love. And it's no wonder why people like Gino Jennings and John MacArthur are hated. You know, and T.D.Jakes, Joel Osteen, you know, Kenneth Copeland, they leave them alone. Why? Because they prey on your greed. When you prey on somebody's greed, you can't go wrong. Greed is good. Greed is good. You can't go wrong. Everybody wants to be greedy and wealthy. But you start talking salvation and suddenly they come after you. You start preaching holiness and they're coming after you. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to continue to the housework. I had a break from housework. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And please, if you haven't, don't forget to subscribe.